Two people, same job, same salary, same city. One has $40,000 saved, the other has $400 saved. It's not luck. It's not intelligence. It's not even income. It's three mental traps happening inside their brain, traps that have nothing to do with money and everything to do with how humans are wired to think. Today, I'm showing you all three, where they come from, why they're so hard to escape, and how to get out of each one. Welcome back to You Are Rich Too, where we understand money, grow wealth, and change your life together. By the end of this video, you'll know which trap is keeping you poor. Trap number 1, the scarcity tunnel. In 2013, researchers at Princeton ran an experiment on shoppers at a New Jersey mall. Regular people, some lower income, some higher income. Everyone took a quick cognitive test first to set a baseline. Everyone scored about the same, then researchers gave them a scenario. Your car needs a repair. It'll cost $1,500. Do you pay in full, borrow the money, or put it off? You don't have to decide right now, just think about how you'd handle it. That's it. That's the entire manipulation. Just thinking about a $1,500 problem. Then everyone took the cognitive test again. The higher income shoppers, basically no change. But the lower income shoppers, just from thinking about that bill, their scores dropped by the equivalent of 13 IQ points. That's the same mental hit as losing an entire night of sleep. And nothing even happened yet. No money left their account. Just that worry was enough to tank their thinking. Here's what's happening. When money is tight, your brain does something called tunneling. It becomes hyper-focused on the immediate problem, this bill, this shortage, this week, and it literally loses the ability to think about next month, next year, or the big picture. This is why people in scarcity make decisions that seem irrational from the outside. They're not stupid. Their brain is so busy solving today's fire that it has zero bandwidth left for tomorrow's fire. And here's the part that surprises people. This happens at every income level. Give someone a $500,000 salary and stack it with a divorce, a health scare, and a business downturn. Same tunnel, same bad decisions, just bigger numbers. The cruel part? Scarcity causes the tunnel. The tunnel causes bad decisions. Bad decisions cause more scarcity. It's a loop that gets harder to escape the longer you're in it. Here's the fix. You can't think your way out of tunneling in the moment. Your brain literally doesn't have the bandwidth. So you build the escape route before you need it. Even a small buffer, $500 to $1,000, changes everything. It's not enough to feel rich, sure, but it's enough to stop one emergency from triggering the tunnel. Start with $20 a week, automatically move to a separate account. Not because $20 fixes your finances, because it starts building the buffer that keeps your brain out of the tunnel when the next unexpected bill hits. Remember that the goal isn't to get rich fast, it's to give your brain enough slack to think past today. Trap number 2, loss aversion. Here's a question. I offer you a coin flip. Heads, you win $100. Tails, you lose $100. Do you take it? Most people say no, even though it's a perfectly fair bet. Here's why. Psychologists have found that losing $100 feels roughly twice as painful as gaining $100 feels good. Your brain is not wired for fairness. It's wired to avoid loss, even at the cost of missing out on equal gains. This single bias might be the single biggest reason ordinary people stay poor. Here's how it shows up. 1, they keep money in cash instead of investing. The stock market goes up over time, but it dips along the way. And the fear of watching an investment drop, even temporarily, feels so much worse than the reward of it growing. So millions of people keep their savings in an account earning less than inflation, guaranteed to lose value because it feels safer than a market that historically grows. 2, they stay in jobs, bad investments, and situations way too long. Selling a stock at a loss, leaving a job, walking away from a bad business, all of it means admitting a loss. So people hold on, hoping to get back to even while the situation gets worse. 3, they don't negotiate. Asking for a raise risks an uncomfortable no. That potential rejection feels bigger than the very real, very large financial upside of simply asking. So people don't ask for years, sometimes for an entire career. Loss aversion doesn't just cost you money and bad decisions. It costs you money in the good decisions you never make because the fear of a small loss outweighs the logic of a much bigger gain. Here's the fix. Before every money decision, ask one specific question. What is the cost of doing nothing? Not investing isn't safe. It's a guaranteed, quiet loss to inflation every single year. Not negotiating isn't safe. It's a guaranteed loss of thousands of dollars every year for the rest of your career. Staying in a bad investment isn't patient. It's often just loss aversion wearing a disguise. Second fix, zoom out. Loss aversion thrives on short time frames, this week, this month, this stock price today. Almost every smart financial decision looks scary in the short term and obvious in the 10-year view. So force yourself to ask the question at the 10-year zoom. Trap number 3, the anchor, third trap. And this one is sneaky because it doesn't feel like a trap. It feels like a fact. Let's say you make $80,000 a year. Is that a lot of money? The honest answer, it depends entirely on your anchor. Compared to the average American, that's a great income. Compared to your college roommate who now makes $200,000, it might feel disappointing. Compared to your parents at your age, it might feel like a fortune or a failure, depending on what they made. Here's the trap. Your brain doesn't evaluate money in absolute terms. It evaluates money relative to a reference point, an anchor. And that anchor is almost always set by comparison, not by your actual needs or goals. This is why a raise so rarely makes people feel richer. The moment your income goes up, your brain quietly resets the anchor. The new salary becomes the new normal almost instantly, and you start comparing yourself to a slightly wealthier peer group. The finish line moves the second you reach it. Your anchor isn't just moving, it's being set by the most impressive 5% of what everyone else owns. This is how someone earning more money than 90% of the country can still feel behind, not because of their actual numbers, because of their anchor. Here's the fix. Set your own anchor in writing based on your own math, not your peer group. What do you need to cover your expenses, hit your savings goal, and live the life you actually want? That number is your anchor now, not your college roommate's salary, not the vacation photos in your feed. Second fix, measure progress against your past self, not other people. Are you saving more than you did last year? Is your net worth higher than 6 months ago? That comparison is the only one that actually predicts your future wealth. And practically, mute or unfollow accounts that quietly reset your anchor toward things you don't actually want. This isn't about jealousy. It's about protecting the one number that matters, the one you set. Let's bring it together. 3 traps, the scarcity tunnel. Money stress narrows your thinking to today, so you build a small buffer to protect tomorrow. Loss aversion. The fear of losing makes you avoid the exact moves that build wealth, so you ask, what's the cost of doing nothing? The anchor. Your brain measures money against other people instead of your own goals. So you set your own number and track it against your past self. None of these traps are about being bad with money. They're about being human. Your brain was built for survival on the savannah, not for 401ks and credit scores. Once you can name the trap, you can catch yourself inside it. And that's the entire game. So tell me, which of these 3 is running your decisions right now? The tunnel, the loss aversion, or the anchor? If this video helped you see your own brain a little more clearly, subscribe to You Are Rich Too. Remember, you are rich too. You just need behaviors that match the future you want. See you soon with another insightful video.